RaemonKentworth, billionaire owner of a global tech corporation, the wealthiest man in the whole city. And oddly enough, attractive. Magazines used any excuse to splash his chiseled jawline across their front pages. His bank account could buy anything he desired. Every man wanted to be him. Every woman wanted to sleep with him. And yet, he was single. He was the most eligible bachelor in the city, some might say in the world. But beneath a face molded by the gods was a cold, ruthless, detached man. What kind of woman could capture the heart of the unfeeling billionaire? Definitely not our protagonist, Octavia Wilde, who had never even heard of the guy. But that would all soon change. In the heart of the bustling city, a grand building stood towering above the surrounding skyscrapers. The employees who entered and exited the building were dressed in crisp, starched professional attire, signaling that they belonged to the magnificent structure and the grand goings-ons of the corporation it housed. Except for one young woman, her only thought as she darted through the building's revolving doors was if the building had a bathroom. "Excuse me, miss." The young woman stopped and turned towards the front desk, where a uniformed man stood with a raised eyebrow in her direction. Her dark, curly hair was in a simple form of woven cornrows, running from the front of her head to the nape of her neck, the ebony black of her hair shimmering against her dark brown skin. "Can I help you?" he asked, with a politeness that didn't quite reach his expression or tone. Octavia replied dismissively, "Where's the bathroom here?" The attendant pointed in a direction, and Octavia sped off. Crisis averted, Octavia sighed, opening the door to a wide space. Like the rest of the building, the women's bathroom was white and clean. Octavia barely glanced at her reflection in the wide mirror standing over a row of black granite sinks and countertops before she dashed into one of the stalls. "That's the last time I have that much coffee in one sitting," Octavia thought as she sat on the toilet seat, but a part of her was giddy with excitement. She had finally finished the coding program that had been consuming her life for the past few months. Just as she was about to leave, she heard the door open and the click-clack of heels as someone entered the bathroom, and then a stall near her. Octavia cursed silently. She had hoped to get in and out without having to interact with anyone. She hurriedly exited her stall and jammed her hands under one of the automatic faucets. But Octavia stopped when she heard the sound of muffled tears coming from the occupied stall. It was soft but unmistakable. Octavia paused and walked to the door of the stall. She tapped softly on the door. "Hey, are you okay?" The sniffling abruptly stopped.
"I am fine."
"Are you sure?" The lock clicked and the stall door swung open. Octavia stepped back in surprise as a young woman stepped forward. She couldn't have been much older than Octavia herself. She had an earnest, innocent look to her, with her wide eyes and short dark brown hair. But what struck Octavia was her splotchy, tear-stained face. The girl only glanced at Octavia before walking over to the mirrors, where she dabbed at her eyes with a tissue. "Are you sure you're okay?" Octavia asked, moving towards her. "Should I get someone?" The girl managed a weak smile as she glanced at Octavia in the mirror reflection.
"No, thank you. I'm fine. I just.
Her face slowly twisted into an expression of utter despair as more tears trickled down her cheeks.
I just made the biggest mistake of my life. I'm ruined."
Octavia grabbed some tissues in the corner of the sink countertops and handed them to her. "Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not that bad. Tell me what happened." After a minute, the girl's tears subsided. She gratefully took the tissues from Octavia. "My name is Octavia," Octavia said. The girl sniffed.
"I'm Lauren."
"Nice to meet you, Lauren," Octavia replied. She gave her an encouraging smile. "You want to talk about what happened?" "Oh, it's nothing," Lauren said hurriedly. "Talking about it might make you feel better." "And I'm a pretty good listener," Octavia prompted. Lauren seemed dubious, but eventually gave a small sigh.
"It's over. It's all over. Everything I've worked for. Gone. Just like that."
"Sounds serious," Octavia remarked. Lauren's eyes clouded in desperation.
"It is. I finally got the job that would lead to everything. I finally got a chance to make something of myself. And it was going well, okay. And then
She choked on a sob.
And then I blew it."
"What happened?" Octavia asked.
"I wasn't paying attention. I was so stressed out with all the other things I had to keep track of."
Lauren stared at Octavia through glazed eyes.
"And that's when I did it."
Lauren said. "Did what?" Lauren's head drooped.
I deleted his entire itinerary."
It took a minute for Octavia to register the words. "You did? What?" Lauren gave a weak shrug.
I deleted it. His entire itinerary for the whole month gone. I was trying to add the presentation at the World Technology Summit next month, but I was also on the phone with the magazine editor trying to schedule an interview and photo op, and I was supposed to delete the invitation to the charity event next week.
She threw up her hands.
One click, and poof. All gone.
While Lauren rambled, Octavia had been piecing together what she could. So you deleted your boss's itinerary? Octavia said. That sucks. But I'm sure you could just make some calls and recreate it, right? Someone else must have access to it. Lauren was already shaking her head.
He's very private. Only his secretary and himself have access to his schedule. She told me. Adelaide. His secretary? She told me to update the itinerary while she went with him to a business meeting. She'd said they'd be back by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was supposed to finish up a bunch of things and have the new report ready by then. And then I did that.
Octavia reasoned. It doesn't sound so bad. Maybe if you explain it to him and this Adelaide person, maybe they'll understand. They might be annoyed by that. But come on, it's an honest mistake. Lauren's eyes, stricken with a sudden fear, shot to Octavia's face.
He doesn't tolerate mistakes, honest or otherwise. I've seen him fire people for much less.
She shook her head solemnly, tears again welling up in her eyes.
Once he finds out about this, I'm done for. I'll never be able to work anywhere else ever again. People who get fired by him leave in disgrace and live in disgrace for the rest of their lives.
While Octavia felt that kind of drama should be reserved for TV, she withheld that opinion from Lauren. Instead, she said, "Did you talk to anyone in the IT department? Maybe they could retrieve it." Again, Lauren shook her head.
I tried that. Once something gets deleted off his personal system, it's gone forever. That's how he does things. When it comes to his information, only a few people have access to it, and it's guarded by the strongest security. Even his itinerary, it's no use. When he gets back, they'll find out and I'll be fired.
Can you get me access to the computer you used? Octavia asked. Lauren was silent for a moment in thought. She then replied,
Yes, I think so. I could get you a visitor's pass, I guess. And get you up to the office. But why?
I think we can still fix this. Let's go, Octavia said, gesturing for Lauren to show her the way. Octavia followed Lauren out of the bathroom. She got a temporary pass at the front desk before Lauren led her to an elevator which they took to the top floor. The elevator opened up to a floor ablaze with white fluorescent light, formations of gray cubicles on one side. Octavia sat down at the computer monitor on the desk after Lauren logged in and pulled open the cursed itinerary. Let's see what we can do here. The only sounds to be heard for the next few minutes were Octavia's fingers on the keyboard and mouse. Octavia's eyes narrowed in determination as she stared at the screen, clicking through different prompts at times and stopping to enter a command on the keyboard. Seconds ticked by. Minutes. Gun! Octavia said suddenly. Lauren's head snapped up. She stared eagerly at the screen.
That's it! You did it!
Lauren exclaimed. Octavia looked proud of herself.
I don't know what to say. I think you just saved my life!
Octavia shrugged. It was nothing.
I have to pay you back, somehow. I don't know what, but I'll do something. I have to.
Don't worry about it. Octavia waved her off as she slung her book bag on her shoulder. Octavia found her way to the elevators, took one back to the ground floor, and started toward the exit. Her phone buzzed, so she pulled it out of the pocket. She scanned the message on her screen as she went through the doors of the entrance and started down the steps, with her fingers flying across her phone's touchscreen. She didn't notice the figure starting up the stairs of the building. She mindlessly took what was supposed to be the last step off the granite stairs to the sidewalk. Then there was the collision. Oof! Octavia exclaimed, her phone tumbling out of her hand. As she lay lying on the ground, it took a few seconds for Octavia to realize what had just happened, but the voice that spoke next yanked her out of confusion.
Can't be bothered to watch where you're going.